Welcome to Storytime with Mrs. C. Today I'm going to read one of your favorite series that's in the ICS Lima Library, Fancy Nancy. We all love Fancy Nancy, and the thing I love most about her are her fancy words that we learn. So as we're reading, let's see how many fancy words Nancy teaches us today. The title of our book is Fancy Nancy and the Delectable Cupcakes. The author is Jane O'Connor. And this is interesting. If you look, the cover was illustrated by Robin Press Glasser. So she did the cover of the book, but the interior, which means inside the book, all the pages inside the book were illustrated by Ted Nick. I don't know that I've ever seen that before. Have you? Well, today, while we're reading the story, I want you to think about what the problem is and how Fancy Nancy solves the problem. Looking at our picture right here, what do you predict might happen? Can you take a guess? Well, let's read Fancy Nancy and the Delectable Cupcakes. I adore school. Adore means to really, really like something. There's her first fancy word, adore. But today, I can't wait to go home. I am going to bake cupcakes, fancy cupcakes. Nancy, did you hear what I said? Miss Glass asked. I shake my head. I will repeat it, Miss Glass says. Repeat is fancy for saying something over again. There is no recess tomorrow because of the bake sale. The bake sale is to raise money for the library books. Before I leave, I go over to Miss Glass. I am sorry I wasn't being a good listener. Miss Glass smiles. I know you were trying to improve. Improve is fancy for getting better at something. I hug Miss Glass. I adore her. Really, I do. Do you ever have trouble listening? You know, when your teacher's talking or your mom's talking, sometimes our mind goes somewhere else, doesn't it? And we're not very good at listening. But I like the way that Fancy Nancy apologized to her teacher. Apologize is a fancy word for saying I'm sorry. On the way home, Bree says she's making brownies for the bake sale. Robert is making red velvet cake. It is not really made with velvet. That is a very fancy kind of cloth. But the inside is all red. I will definitely buy a piece, I tell him. At the market, my mom buys eggs and milk, flour and sugar and butter. Don't forget sprinkles and candy, I tell her. It's lucky I am here, or we would end up with plain cupcakes. I want to start baking right away. I listen carefully to my mother. Miss Glass would be very proud. I put all the right stuff in the batter. I pour the batter into the cupcake pan. My sister is not such a good listener. My mom tells her 3 times to keep her fingers out of the batter. The cupcakes come out of the oven. Ooh la la, what a lovely aroma. Aroma is fancy for smell. When they cool off, we put on frosting and sprinkles and candy. I want to show Mrs. Devine my cupcakes. My mom says, come back soon and be sure to leave the cupcakes where Frenchie can't get them. I am already out the door. I wonder who Frenchie is. Does that make you wonder when you read that? Mrs. Devine buys a cupcake. She says it is delectable. That is fancy for yummy. I come home and call Bree. We make a deal. I will buy 2 of her brownies. She will buy 2 of my cupcakes. I hope I sell all of them. Do you see something that could happen? He predicts going to happen right here. A minute later, I hang up. Then I see Frenchie's face. Frosting is all over her mouth. What did Frenchie do? And who is Frenchie? Did you guess it's the dog? Let's see what she did. Oh no, the cupcakes are a mess. Nancy, didn't you listen? My mom asked. I said to leave them in a safe place. It is all my fault. I wasn't listening, I tell my mom. Just then, my dad comes home. I tell him what happened. Now I don't have cupcakes for the bake sale. Cupcakes, my dad says. You baked cupcakes already? Then he holds out a big bag. In it is all the stuff for cupcakes. I told you I would buy everything, both parents say at the same time. Then they start laughing. I laugh too. Nobody in my family is a good listener. After dinner, we bake cupcakes all over again. I am exhausted. That's fancy for very tired. My dad says, Nancy, please get ready for bed. Guess what? For once, he doesn't have to repeat himself. The bake sale is a big success. My cupcakes are all gone. Oh, I say to my mom, I didn't even get to taste one. Look, my mom says, she saved one for me. I taste it. Totally delectable. The end. Well, what was the problem that Nancy had in the story? Yeah, she wasn't a very good listener, was she? And the listening caused something to happen. Do you remember what happened because she didn't listen? Yeah, the dog ate all of the cupcakes. And so, how was the problem solved? You're right. The dad brought home all the stuff to make more cupcakes. You did a great job with that book today. I hope you enjoyed Fancy Nancy, and if you want to read more, Epic Books has more Fancy Nancy books. So enjoy reading.